Now, meteorologist Nick Lilia and the forewarned severe storm team.
All right, so another Saturday, another windy day. Not quite as bad as last week, but still enough to where I was walking out to my car in my apartment complex, and I had a cup of coffee, and I think it almost like ended up on the car next to mine. I mean, the wind was just, it was rattling some things around.
It was pretty breezy today. You know, we had winds 15, 20, 30 miles an hour, some gusts around the area. We'll get to that. We're upwards of 40 miles an hour. So yeah, it was a breezy day, but warm. Warm. In fact, it's still warm outside. Let's take a look outside at our McGavick Nissan Tower Cam, and you'll notice that it's also a great night outside. People are out moving around on this Saturday evening. I hope you're having a good night out there if you are out there traveling around. I don't know how you're watching TV if you're still moving around in a car, but good for you. Temperature outside, 60 degrees. If you've got skills like that, you know, I'm really proud of you. Humidity, 27%. Up from earlier today, we had humidities down 10–15%, you know, and that led us with a red flag warning with some of the winds. But we have picked those humidities back up. Red flag warning dead. South-southwest winds blowing at 11 miles an hour. Now for some shameless self-promotion. You can follow me on Twitter. You know, this is something that I've been asked to do, and you don't have to ask me to shamelessly self-promote, so I'll get on here and I'll say, hey, Nick Lia, KAMR, hey, follow me on Twitter. No, I love giving personal weather forecasts, by the way, so if you're traveling somewhere, say you're going to the East Coast, West Coast, North, South, I don't care. I love doing weather forecasts for people. It's just a whole lot of fun. High temperatures for today, 73 degrees here in Amarillo, 70 in Hereford, 73 in Dalhart, 72 Boise City, 69 in Clayton. Yeah, how about Guyman and Beaver at 77 degrees apiece. 80 degrees the warm spot in Childress. Those wind gusts, Adam was saying it was windy. It was 39 degrees was the top wind gust here in Amarillo, 40 at Hereford and at Dalhart, 39 in Tulia. And the winds kind of died off as you got off the Caprock. You know, they got to 33 in Childress, but you're looking at 25 in Clarendon, 23 in Shamrock, 28 from one Oregon State Beaver to the city of Beaver. As we take a look outside right now, I mean, you've got clouds all across the Panhandle and the high plains. Are we going to be able to squeeze any moisture out of this? Unfortunately, not. This has to do with a storm system that's actually poking its head into California down here. This is going to end up sliding to our south, but you'll notice as we zoom in, how about Southern California dealing with rain? And let me tell you, these folks don't know how to drive in rain. No offense, guys. I know I'm talking right to Adam. San Diego, you guys were socked in today. You guys see about 300 days of sun a year. Today, not one of those days. Our next system is actually moving into the Pacific Northwest right now. Portland dealing with a little bit of rain. And that's going to be heading, like I said, our direction. As for right now, we've got kind of a trough set up with a lot of downsloping happening. That's what's kept us warm for the last couple of days. That's going to fall apart as we move into Sunday. As we push this ahead into Monday, cold front moves through the area, and it kind of does its thing, hangs out, turns into kind of a stationary front into Tuesday, and then that's going to drop south into Wednesday, bringing us some chillier temperatures, and this is all relative considering we've been about 10 degrees above average the last couple of days. Before we modify that air, high pressure builds in and we start warming things right back up. Take a look at the future track RPM model run. You'll notice as we take a look at the timeline, by Sunday rolls around, you can see some clouds starting to form along that frontal boundary, and that's going to slide across our area into Monday. We might even end up with a chance for maybe a rain shower in some of our southern counties, but we're talking about accumulations of rain and precipitation under 1/10 of an inch, so by no means are we getting a whole lot of precipitation out of this guy. We're flying in from a different direction for tonight. 46 here in Amarillo, 43 in Hereford, 41 in Dalhart, cold spot 39 in Clayton, and you folks down in Childress going to stay warm at 48 degrees. It's going to be a warm evening. Those winds are going to keep us nice and toasty. For tomorrow, 69 in Tucumcari, 70 in Amarillo and in Dalhart, 72 in Guyman and in Borger, 71 in Beaver, and your week ahead looks pretty good, actually. After hitting 70 degrees tomorrow, we're going to hit 67 on Monday. Cool front moves through Tuesday. You know, we're looking at 62 degrees. The cool down, that quick cool down I was telling you about, that's Wednesday. We're down to 55. But again, I mean, that's only about 5 or 6 degrees below average. I mean, that's not bad at all before we start warming things right back up again. Now, it says November. I believe the calendar. You have to believe the calendar because it's there for a reason. But I got a sunburn yesterday, and it is 73 degrees outside. So you gotta love the weather here.
I'm telling you, man, you have to watch out. I know probably up in Wisconsin, it's only this temperature maybe for about a week or two in the summer, yeah. And then the rest of the year you pretty much have your parka on. But,
yeah.
Yeah, it's welcome to Texas.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. I'm a little pink, I'll be honest.
Thought maybe you went on vacation.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't sure. And a quick reference really quick to Nick's Twitter promotion.
Yeah.
He does tweet like a fiend. He will give you a personal weather forecast. I totally believe it.
And I love doing it. I really do. So please ask if you want one.
Sounds good, Nick. Thank you so much. Still ahead.